Welcome to our next part of seeing Jesus in the Old Testament. Now, as part of seeing Jesus in the Old Testament, there's lots of types of Jesus. There's lots of characters in the Old Testament that are so similar to Jesus, they're almost like signposts pointing to him. And one of those is Joseph. Now, you need to follow because in a couple of days' time, we're going to look at Moses, and that's even better than this one. But the similarities between Joseph and Jesus are quite striking. So I've got 15 here. First one is that, they were both the object of their father's special love. They both had promises of divine exaltation upon their life, revealed through dreams in the case of Joseph. They were both mocked by their brothers. They were both sold for pieces of silver. With Joseph it was 20 pieces of silver. With Jesus it was 30 pieces of silver. But I guess that's just inflation. They were both stripped of their robes. Joseph with that richly ornamental robe, that coat of many colours that we call, and Jesus, of course, with his robe that was split in 4 pieces at the cross. And they were both faithful amid temptation. Joseph, remember, was tempted by Potiphar's wife, but refused to give in. And Jesus, of course, was tempted in the desert, wasn't he, for 40 days by the devil. They're both falsely accused. Jesus was accused of blasphemy, and Joseph was accused of raping Potiphar's wife, which of course he hadn't done. They were falsely accused, and they were both thrown into prison. Both foretold the future. Jesus in many instances foretold the future. Famously, Joseph did when he prophesied what would happen to the baker and the butler when they joined him in prison. The brothers didn't recognise him. When the brothers came asking for bread, asking for grain, they did not recognise Joseph. And, the Jewish brothers did not recognise Jesus as the Messiah. They both revealed their true identity. If you remember, Joseph revealed his true identity to his brothers eventually after playing a few games with them. And Jesus revealed his true identity to his disciples, most notably in the Transfiguration, when he appeared glorified before Peter, James and John. They were both exalted to thrones. Jesus up in heaven, Joseph became Prime Minister. Both were instruments that God used to bless his people. They both gave the hungry people bread. And, as people bowed before Joseph to come and get the grain, so must everybody bow before Jesus when he comes again. Thanks for watching. Follow for more.